Hi guys, welcome to the channel. So today for this Christmas season, we're going to start a segment called Rating Your Favorite Christmas Movies. So I'm going to be doing that while I do my makeup. And in the end, I'm going to give it a rate from 1 to 10 to see how I rate the Christmas movie. So our Christmas movie is going to be a Bad Mom Christmas. That's going to be our first one. Okay, so we'll be following three women's story. The main characters are Carla, Amy, and Kiki. So this is actually a sequel to the first movie, Bad Moms. So if you've ever seen Bad Moms, this is the sequel to Bad Moms. So the movie starts with Amy. She's sitting in her living room, and the living room's a hot mess. And she's basically saying that she ruined Christmas. And she's narrating. But she's going to bring us like all the way back to the beginning of how she ruined Christmas. So she begins talking about like how Christmas is really hard for moms. Like she has to decorate the trees, decorate the house, buy everyone that she knows presents, and she also has to do all the Christmas shopping and the Christmas baking, and basically just making sure that her kids have like the most perfect Christmas. And it's a lot for moms. And it's been a minute since she's enjoyed Christmas, because she's always making sure that everyone else around her has a great Christmas. So while she's talking about how hard it is to be a mom during the holidays, she gets a text message from her mom saying that she'll be visiting her for Christmas. And she freaks out. So now that she know her mom is coming to Christmas, that makes her like even more stressed. Because now she has to make sure everything is perfect. And she's talking to her boyfriend Jesse, because she has a boyfriend named Jesse. How it's like so impossible to like please her mom, because her mom likes everything to be perfect. He's like, oh, she can't be that bad. But then homegirl walks through the door, and that door wasn't even locked. She just pushed on right through. And she's like, oh, hi, mom. And the mom, first thing she do is bring presents for the kids. She walked in with presents. Christmas not even till like 3 days. And she walks in with presents. And then she was so rude to Jesse. She said, can you get my bags? He ain't the help. She was so rude. Yeah, she was so rude for that. Time some, can you get my bags? That man's not the help. That's your daughter's boyfriend. And it's literally an ongoing joke throughout the movie that she does not even try to remember this man's name. She's very much fabulous. Like she comes in, she has on the scarf, the shade. She's giving very much glamour, you know? Very much a glamour. And like once she's like in the house, she's constantly insulting Amy. By the way, Amy's mom name is Ruth. I don't think I had mentioned that, but her name is Ruth. But since she's in the house, since she has come to the house, she's like insulting Amy. She insults her on the food that she made her. She said, oh, mom, I made you some food. She was like, oh, the kids cooked. Where's the tree? She said, oh, I haven't bought it yet. She on her about the tree. And then she was also on her that she didn't put up Christmas decorations yet. Like, she was just on one. Everything she had an issue with. Yeah, so Ms. Ruth was doing too much. And then she comes in the house doing all that, and then tells Amy that, oh, I'm throwing a Christmas party at your house with 180 people. Yeah. Through me. Okay, next we got Kiki. Kiki is a housewife. So she's like decorating the Christmas tree with her children. And then she gets a unexpected knock on the door, and she has no idea who it is. Guess who it is, y'all? It's her mama. She's like, oh my gosh, Mom. What are you doing here? So early. She's like, oh, I want to surprise you. So you're supposed to come in 3 days. I'm not prepared for you to be here yet. And she was like, I just want to surprise you. And Kiki mom, her name is Sandy. She seems really sweet. And of course a little weird. She's a little weird, but that's alright. I like a little weird. But you can kind of tell she's like obsessed with her daughter. She has clothes with her daughter's face on it. Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, Kiki, I could sleep in the bed with you. And she was like, well, usually I sleep in the bed with my husband. And hours later in the day, we come back to Kiki and tell me why. Kiki and her man finna do what married people do. And why is her mom in the bedroom watching them? She has no boundaries. No boundaries at all. All right, little woman. So next, we get to Carla. So Carla is like the spontaneous bad mom. She works at a spa. She's like the spontaneous bad mom. She works at a spa, and on this day, she's just been doing a whole bunch of Brazilian waxes, and she's really tired of doing waxes. So she goes to the lobby, and she's like, who else came for a wax? And like everybody in the lobby raised their hand. And she was really fed up with it. But that's pretty good. She got a job. Last time she didn't have a job. So now she's trying to be like a little bit more responsible mother. So she has a job now. So she goes home. She's getting out the car. This big 18-wheeler pop up. And guess who it is, y'all? It's her mama, Isis. She's like, oh my gosh, Mom, what are you doing here? She's like, oh my gosh, did you come for Christmas? Her mom's like, it's Christmas? Her mama didn't even know it was Christmas, y'all. But then we end up finding out that Isis only comes when she wants the money from Carla. So Carla's like, what is it, Mom? I don't have any money. You do this every time. Every time you come, you ask for money, I give you money, and then you leave and I don't hear from you. And she was like, oh, no. I don't need any money. I just came to see you. So, that was Carla and Isis. Oh, I'm trying to do this color. I don't think it's gonna work. It's like not picking up. Now, Carla, Amy, and Kiki, they all go meet up and they basically talk about their moms. They're at the mall and they're supposed to be doing Christmas shopping. And Christmas shopping just seemed like too bearable. They talk about how hard it is for them to make everything happen for the family. And how this year, they're going to be taking Christmas back. And then they end up seeing some children going crazy with some elves. And they said, forget this. I cannot do this sober. And they say, let's go get drunk at the food court. And then they go crazy at the mall. Like they acting like they at the club. You see them giving Santa a lap dance. And then it's just like a montage with music over it. Of them just living it up. And I tell you, these girls, they sure do have fun when they together, okay? I'm gonna ask me what look I'm doing. I don't know. So, Amy comes home from Christmas shopping with the girls. Christmas shopping. And she's having movie night with her boyfriend and the kids. And they all decided that they like how they're spending Christmas and they don't want to do too much for Christmas this year. The kids asked her, let's just spend Christmas like this. Yeah, they just wanted a simple Christmas without all the shenanigans. And she was like, yeah, let's do that. She was like really excited because she didn't really want to do all that crazy stuff anyway. So she was happy that the kids was on board to not do all that extra Christmas stuff. And just, you know, do simple things. So then Ruth comes in with Amy's father, because they're married. I don't know if I mentioned that. But Ruth comes in and she gives the kids another gift. Every time she sees the kids, she gives them a gift. I ain't mad. I understand. If I was a kid, I was like, sure. But if I was a mom, I'd be like, man, chill with the gifts. Okay, chill. So, again, I don't know what I'm doing. So, she's like, Amy, what tree is this? And she said, oh, she got it from someplace. I don't remember. But she said, yeah, I got it from, let's just say, some store. And she was like, no, you're being lazy. You're supposed to go chop down a tree. And Amy was like, I didn't feel like going tree shopping this year. I just want something quick, something simple to put up. Because she didn't want to do too much. She said, I actually want to enjoy Christmas this year. Her mom gonna tell her, moms don't enjoy, they give joy. So you telling me because I'm a mother, I can't enjoy life because I'm a mother? I can't enjoy the holidays because I'm a mother? Ruth tripping. Not Ruth. Ruth. I don't know why I keep calling her Ruth. Ruth was tripping. Too much. And also, again, she acts like she don't know who Jesse is. Like you didn't meet him already, but this a mess. So now it's 3 days till Christmas. And Amy wakes up to hear knocking and banging in the house. So she gets up to see what it is. And she goes downstairs and she sees a whole bunch of decorators in her house, decorating her house for Christmas. So she's looking for her mama. Her mama is outside giving somebody directions. Because she also not only decorated the house, she wanted to decorate the outside of the house too, of course. And let me tell you, she went all out. She had a little ornaments drumming, and then it was music, and then she had some doves. Homegirl was doing way too much. But the kids came out and they liked it. It don't matter what Amy was trying to say, her mom was not listening. So Amy meets up with the girls again. And this time, they're like decorating gingerbread houses and cookies. And Amy is just telling them that her mom is trying to control the way that they want to celebrate Christmas. And Kiki tells them that her mom kind of like watched on her man in the bedroom. Yeah, it's a little awkward. And then Carla reminds them, hey, we're supposed to be taking back Christmas this year. She had to give, remind them. But before she reminded them, she told Amy, fight your mom. She said, fight your mom. Whew. Amy's like, that's my mom. That's my mom. But other than that, she had reminded them, we taking Christmas back. Oh yeah, and Kiki invited the girls to a trampoline park. And Amy was like, she probably can't go because her mom wants them to go to the Nutcracker. And not the Disney Nutcracker with the Sugar Plum Fairy. I like that version though. She said no. She wanted them to go see the Russian Nutcracker where everybody died. That don't seem jolly to me, so I don't even understand why Ruth wanted to go see that. But that's what she wanted to do. Because that's her way of having the perfect Christmas, she said. Ruth also claims that she's doing everything for the kids. This is all for the kids. She wants the kids to have a perfect Christmas. And she feels like, you know, Amy isn't being a good mom by not trying to let them have a perfect Christmas. And doing things her way, they will have a perfect Christmas. As Ruth would say. So next clip is the family, Amy's family. They're on their way. They're in a car and they're all on their way to go see the Russian Nutcracker. And Amy's driving. And then I guess she thinks about it because she do have her kids in the background. Like, why do we have to go to this one? So I guess she thinks about it. Thinks about the promise that she made to her kids that they don't have to do all that extra stuff this year. So she decides, forget this. We finna go to the trampoline park and we're gonna go have fun. And Ruth's like, Amy, where you going? Where you going? We're going this way. They put up at the trampoline park with her friends. And they're all happy to see each other. And then everyone's introducing each other. Everyone's introducing themselves to each other. And tell me why Ruth says, hello, my name's Ruth, to Jesse. And he's like, I was in the car with you. And she just looks at him. She's so rude. Oh my gosh, I couldn't. But yeah, Ruth was having me. Like, oh boy, okay. That man said, I was just in a car with you. A mess, but everyone's having fun. They jumping and stuff. They sitting at the table. You see Carla and her mom. Carla threw some popcorn. Her mom caught it in her shirt. So, her mom looked wild. She looked wild. Sandy and Isis, Carla's mom and Kiki's mom, realized that Ruth was sitting by herself. She wasn't with everybody else. So they go and they sit by her. And Sandy starts by telling us her life story. So we got to know a little bit about her. She said she's from Canada. And I guess she didn't tell us when she got married, but her husband wanted to live a faster life, so they moved to North Dakota. And she got pregnant at 18 with Kiki. And then her husband died, sadly. A very painful death, she said. That was very sad. Then we had Isis tell us about herself. And she was like, she never met her parents and she had to raise herself, basically. And I can tell. And then they asked Ruth about herself. I forgot what city she was from, but she said her mom was very hard on her. And if she was as hard on Amy as her mom was on her, she wouldn't be able to take it. She said her mom had slapped her because she wore sandals on a boat and called her a whore because she had on earrings. She said that was just last week. I said, oh dang, she's still living. That's a blessing though, but yeah, her mama don't really like her like that, I guess. Oh. But yeah, she was like, that was a very, very hard woman to please. I wish I had a lavender color. That would have been really cute, but I don't have one. And then Sandy asks Ruth, so where do you go to church on Christmas? And she tells her, and she's like, oh my gosh, thank you for inviting me to your church. And she's like, I didn't invite you to the church, but okay. And then a kid come by, I think it was Jesse's kid. She comes by and wants to ask the grandmas, did they want to play dodgeball? And Amy was like, oh no, honey, grannies don't play dodgeball. And Isis was like, what did she say? I think she said we don't play dodgeball. I know, but we play dodgeball. So they all got offended and they got up and they went to go play dodgeball with the family. And they was playing dodgeball. So I guess grannies do play dodgeball, y'all. Grannies play dodgeball. Shoot, I really don't know what go with this. We'll go. Should I do gold? Let's try gold. Is that gold? I think it is. I'm gonna say it's gold. I'm gonna use my paintbrush. So yeah, they end up playing dodgeball. And it's going real good. Like, everybody dodging the ball and stuff. Real nice little game. And then it comes down to the last two players, and guess who it is? Ruth and Amy. I guess Amy was taking out some of that aggression during the dodgeball game. Cause she ended up winning in the end. And her mom went tumbling down on that little bouncing trampoline. And when she fell, she just kept bouncing like up and down. Well, no, she was like face forward, up and down. Her mouth wide open. Okay, so it's the second day. I mean, it's 2 days before Christmas. And Ruth decides that she's gonna make the family go Christmas caroling. And it's a competition, so she also decided that she's gonna hire a choir and that the family is gonna go in a costume of the Christmas carolers. I mean, the Christmas Carol. The one with Scrooge, just in case I'm saying it wrong. And she decides that Amy is gonna be Scrooge because she don't like Christmas. Ain't that some? The shade. And at first Amy was like, I'm not doing it. But eventually she do it because when her mama say something, you know, she ain't got no backbone, for real, for real. And she just be letting her get away with stuff. But she does it. And every time they knock on like somebody's house door, she has to say something. She has to like repeat this line or something. I think I'm gonna search a clip of what she said because I can't think of it. So now Kiki decided she's gonna take her mom to a therapy session because, like I said earlier, her mom's a little obsessed with her and she has no boundaries. So Sandy tells us that her and Kiki has always been close, and when her husband died, they got even more close. And Kiki was like, yeah, like, my mom took me to prom. And the therapist like, oh. Yeah, so when her husband died, she obviously became a little too attached to Kiki. Like, Kiki, obviously, you know how your parents, it'd be like their kid be their life. That's what Sandy be giving me. Her kid is her life. Without you, I have nothing. So Sandy, oh yeah, so Kiki is basically like, I need space. I need you to give me some space. Basically, is all she's saying. And Kiki's feel like, I mean, and Sandy feels like Kiki's being mean to her. So what she starts to do is lie and say she have cancer out of nowhere. Saying she got stage 4 heart cancer out of nowhere. And Kiki believes it and started crying. And the therapist, I don't remember her name, but she be in movies. She's just looking like. And then the mom don't really want to see her cry, so she says, all right, I was lying. I don't really have cancer. And Kiki was like, Mom, like, why would you lie about having cancer? And Sandy was like, because you was being mean to me. And then she goes on to just name different diseases that she could have. Polio. And what did she say? I just remember her saying polio. And she's like, I'm pretty sure they came up with a cure for polio. But she obviously wasn't really there for the conversation. She did not want to have that conversation. So she decides, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And they literally hear her walk outside, get in her car, crank up the car, and pull off. And she's like, I don't think she's coming back. She's like, no, she ain't coming back. She did not want to have that conversation. So Kiki decides to ask the therapist, what do you think her problem is? Why is she so crazy? And therapist was like, straight up, you really want to know? You really want to know why your mama crazy? You made your mama crazy. Now we on Carla, right? So she's at work, and of course, same old. She's giving a whole bunch of Brazilian waxes, and she's tired of it. So she's in the room waiting for the client to come. She said, please don't be a wax, please don't be a wax, please don't be a wax, please don't be a wax. But guess who walks through the door? A man. She's like, oh my gosh, hi. He lets us know that he's an exotic dancer and that he came for a wax. She's like, okay. So they have a little convo, you know, they getting to know each other. And they're like really hitting it off. And he asks her out on a date. He asks her to go see him dance. And they was gonna basically hang out after. And she said yeah. And they're gonna meet up that night. Next scene is Carla and the girls. They're meeting up at the club that Carla's new friend is supposed to be dancing at. And she tells them that this is basically her first date with him. And they're excited for her. He ended up, I don't actually know his name, so we're just gonna say Carla's friend. So he ends up in a Santa Claus dancer contest. And they're just standing up on the bar, basically showing us what they got, you know? The first Santa Claus, nobody liked. He had a whole bunch of skin hanging, and they was not feeling it. So he got off the stage, well, off the table, the bar table, whatever they were standing on. Whatever it's called. He got off. And then Carla Man was next, because he was Santa Claus number 2. And the girls are going wild, yeah! Ah, you know how that gave me. And he rips off his coat. And they like, yeah, yeah. They excited. Even Carla's friends excited. Like, wow, Carla, he's really good at what he does. And then he rips off the pants too. Boom. Showing everybody what he's working with. And they go really crazy. Then this is when it gets a little bizarre. Because for some reason, why is Carla mama up there dancing with her date? And they like, oh my gosh, Carla, your mom is up there. And she was like, well, yeah, she dances with everyone like that. Now she's looking at his chest. Okay, then Carla like, I gotta go say something now because this is getting crazy. So Carla goes up there while he dancing. Her mama up there dancing. She's like, that's my mom. He said, that's your mom? That's my mom. He said, oh shoot, that's her mom. Then he was like, hi, Mrs. Some. And homegirl ended up falling and getting a concussion. Isis, Carla's mama, she ended up falling. And then Carla couldn't even go on her date because her mama got a head injury. It wasn't too serious. She was okay the next day to wake up. But I just hate that for her. She was really excited. Oddly though, he asked her, you still want to go out? She was like, my mom fell. She has a concussion. She was like, this is her third one this week. Or did she say month? I feel like she said week, this week. He said, oh shoot, that's a lot. I said, yeah. But she was so sad when he left. I feel sad for her. I was like, dang. Dang. But yeah, she didn't go on her date. She had to take care of her mom. That plays a little music in the background. I was like, dang. Moving on. So Ruth has a scene with the kids. And she's like, I'm finna come sing to y'all. I don't know what she's supposed to be saying. But I don't think they really wanted to hear her sing either. But she was supposed to come sing to them. But really what they wanted to know was are you and mom okay? Because you guys are fighting like a lot. And you can just see the worry in their eyes, like it was really bothering them. And she was like, oh yeah, we're great. And she was like, I'm just trying to make sure you guys have like the perfect Christmas because this is your first Christmas without your father. Because, you know, her mom divorced, their mom, Amy, divorced their father for cheating on her in the last movie. So he had to go. He was trifling with it too. He had to go. So, you know, she was just like, yeah, I just want to make sure you guys have a great Christmas. And yeah, me and your mom are good. And then she gives them iPhones. Like, dang, grandma is loaded. Grandma is loaded. She came in with Xboxes. Then she gave them some cards. Then she gave them iPhones. Like, I don't know what they do for a living. Or how they got all their money. Maybe they some trust fund babies or whatever. I don't know. Because Amy don't even work like that. I don't know. In the movie, she was a part-time worker. But she got this big old house in the suburbs with 2 kids. I don't know what she's doing. But they got some. So now it's Christmas Eve. Okay, and what I had forgot to tell you, because I just remembered. When they came home from Christmas caroling, I think it was Christmas caroling, Amy did tell her mom that they're going to be doing Christmas, how they want to spend Christmas, because she made a promise to her kids that they wasn't even going to be doing all that. And she said, you either like it or you can leave. And her mama agreed to let her do Christmas how she wanted to do Christmas. She did. So when this happened, Amy was fed up. Okay, so I don't remember where they went, but she went out with the kids, her and Jesse and his daughter. They went out and they was coming home and they come on the street and they like, wow, it's a big party going on. They're like, oh my gosh, yeah, they even got a camel. It's huge. So they're driving further and further on the street and she realizes her house is the one having the party. And she's like, oh my gosh, my mom didn't. But she did. Her mom did. Her mom threw that Christmas party that she told her she was gonna throw. She did. And Amy was pissed off. She went in that house. She was looking for her mom. She told her, Mom, what are you doing? Da da da. Amy just started kicking everybody out the house. Her mom was like, you can't kick him out. He's a world treasure, because he had this she had this clarinet player there. She had some sushi people there. She had a lot of people there in her house. And she did what she was supposed to do, kick them out. So once they leave, she said, oh, heck no, and I don't want this tree. So she knocks the tree down. The mama like, nah, leave the tree alone. And they started once they was tugging war over the tree, they had basically messed up the house. And the decorations that she had started coming down. And at the end, Amy was fed up and she said, get out and get out of my life forever. She told her mom to get out of her life forever. I was like, dang, Ruth. That was cold, but she really deserved it. Why do you keep pushing her boundaries like that? That's what's wrong with the older generation. Sometimes they don't respect people's boundaries. And Ruth was not respecting her boundaries. She said multiple times how she wanted to spend Christmas, and she kept ignoring her. So that was basically the last straw. That party was the last straw. So she leaves sad, and then it blows me. The kids hear her say this and say, Did you really just kick grandma out of our life? We love grandma. Of course they do. But anyway, they're like, we love grandma. That's our grandma. Why do you keep kicking people out of our life? First dad, now grandma. First off, them kids really need to mind their business. And I truly understand staying in a child's place now, because I wouldn't care what they talking about. They probably would have got popped in the mouth like, who you talking to or something. But they was blowing me. First dad cheated on your mama and wasn't doing nothing for y'all but sitting on his butt. But you want to say, first dad. Who's the one ripping and running for you, fixing you breakfast, making you dinner, going to your school events? Not your daddy. That's blowing me, not your daddy. It was your mama. But them kids were blowing me. First dad, now grandma. Boy, go to your room. Well, it was really the daughter. But the last movie they had me. They blew me too. Like, go to your room. Try to grown folks' business. But yeah, so they all stumped off to their room because they mad. Because grandma just got kicked out of their life. And now Amy's sad because her kid's sad. And now she feel like she ruined Christmas. That's how she ruined Christmas, y'all. So now we on Kiki and her situation with her mama. So they in the living room. I think, what was they, opening presents? I don't remember. But her family in the living room, her husband, her 3 kids. And the mama decides to surprise the family and tell them that she's bought the house next door. And they like, what? You bought the house next door? And she's like, yes, because I want to be closer to you. And it's like, she couldn't even fake it no more. She had to tell her mom what was up. She said, Mom, I need space. I need boundaries. That's too close to me. I need space. You need space. And you need to get your own friends. You need your own life. And she does. So Sandy gets upset with Kiki for saying all this. And she leaves. Now we on Carla. Later on that day, Carla and Isis, they was at the grocery store doing what they used to do at the grocery store. Carla's like, I really miss spending time with you. And then Isis was like, yeah, you know, I really like spending time with you too. And I think I want to be more in, what's that guy life? The one who we was with when we was at the trampoline park. She was like, my son? She was like, yeah, him. Yeah, I want to be closer to my grandson. So she was like, yes, yes. And then Carla, she opened up her heart and she was like, well, Mom, remember that money that you said you wanted? I give you the money. And it's not all that you asked for, but it's something. And she was like, oh, yeah, thank you. This is great. This is enough. Thank you. And then Carla had came home from work and then her mama was gone. In a truck. Again, I don't know how she be getting these rides from these 18-wheelers. I guess she be hitchhiking. I think. But, yeah. Isis was gone. And Carla was sad. And I was like, dang, it's so trifling. So trifling. So, the next scene is we see Ruth is at her church getting ready to watch the program. Because they go to church on Christmas Eve. And she's just sitting there by herself and the choir is like practicing. And you see Sandy comes in. And then after Sandy, Isis come in. She's like, oh, thank you for inviting me to your church. That's what Sandy told Ruth. And Ruth was like, I never invited you. And basically, they was like talking about how they all fell out with their daughters. Who's the worst mother? You're no better than me. You're the second bad mom here. You don't care about your daughter. And, you know, they basically, yeah, you know, they were just talking. Then we go back to Amy, who's still sitting down. She's talking to her dad, and she's like, Dad, how do you put up with Mom? And her dad basically tells her, your mom is like the most insecure person I know. And she's like, what? He's like, no, like seriously. She's like the most insecure person I know. He said, your grandmother did not love your mom for real. So when she puts up like the biggest house so when she puts up like the biggest Christmas tree on the block, and everyone's like, wow, Ruth has the best Christmas tree, he's like, that makes her feel special. And then he said he loved her more now than when they first met, because he really truly knows like who she is. And I thought that was sweet. I was like, oh, the daddy is so sweet, like so adorable. I like it. So then Amy runs and goes to the church, and she apologized to her mom. She tells her mom, I love you. Her mom a little shocked, but she tells her mom, I love you. And they apologize. And at first, Ruth did not say sorry back. And the other mom was like, hey, say sorry back. You're human. That's what we do. We say sorry back. So she says sorry back. And then they make up, and it's too cute. And then they go rush to Amy's house real quick, because they realize it's 12 a.m. It's midnight, and they have to save Christmas for the kids. So, man, they cut down a Christmas tree. I said, what? Who finna go outside and cut down a Christmas tree? What happened to the little white tree? I guess the mama maybe threw that away when she threw her Christmas party or whatever. But they go outside, cut down a Christmas tree. I don't know who just be going to Christmas tree. I'm still in that. Buy all these decorations, put these decorations up, clean the house. Man, they did really nice, because in the morning, the kids had presents. They was real shocked when they came downstairs. At first, their heads was down, looking all sad and stuff. But it really came out nice. I was really shocked. Like, why they really put that together. They really did. Isis, of course, didn't leave, because, you know, she was at the church with the other mom. So she came back and basically apologized to Carla. They made up. She told Carla that she has a job at the trampoline spot. And she don't know how she did it. She don't know how she passed the drug test, that she said. But hey, she got a job, and she's going to be staying there. And she's also going to be paying back Carla all the money that she had gave her. Oh yeah, this is a little dry, but we want to try to make it work. Oh. So that was good. And now with Kiki, her mom comes and apologizes to her and tells her she's going back home. She isn't moving next door. So everyone's made up, and it's a nice little ending. So all the families and the girls, they come to Christmas dinner, and they're eating Chinese food takeout, like Amy told her mom Ruth she was gonna do this Christmas. And she's like, oh my gosh, girls, like, I can't believe that my mom is like really eating Chinese takeout, and she's okay with it. She got to be at this point. Shoot. Like, she better be. And then, to my surprise, I had almost forgotten about him. But Carla's friend pops up at Amy's house. And she's like, oh my gosh, you found me. And he's like, let me do a dance for you. And he do this slightly inappropriate dance in front of everybody, including the kids. And Amy's like, close her eyes. Close her eyes. Talking about Jesse's daughter. Oh, man. But, yeah, that was a mess. And then she jumps on him, and they start kissing her son. He like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. At first, I was like, that's your mama, man. I was like, that's your mama, man. But maybe he was just happy for his mama. I don't know. It was just the look on his face. He was happy for his mama. He's like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. He's happy for the mom. And that was the end of the movie. Dang. I should really just give up on the eyeliner. It's really not coming out. Trash it go. So, that's the end of the movie. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Because I did enjoy the movie and the story arc. So this is the final look. What do you think? We will be doing our rating Christmas movies all month long of December for the Christmas season. I won't be doing Vlogmas, but I will be like posting little content here and there. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to shop at our store, Pretty Unique Cosmetics. We sell lip gloss, hair growth oil, eyebrow pencils. I did my own eyebrows with them, y'all. What else? Oh, and we got lip scrubs. So don't forget to shop our store. Follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram too. Bye, guys.